Hey guys, Coach Life here again. Just a short video today on Oasisse speedrun. I've queued up some digging in here to get some more materials out and improve the cooling of this area. So I want to get more heat transfer up here, which will eventually cool this down and so on and so forth. Apparently this is easier because it was a glacier. Yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, I think I had one glacier that I've actually used, this one up here. Yeah, I don't think it's really negated any of the challenge of this map. I think if anything, it's just changed the challenge of this map slightly for some areas. In fact, without a glacier, I wouldn't have had this. So, hey, but there you go. Everyone's got their own ideas. I won't be playing with the lights out mod. It's just crap for making videos. It really is awful. Even Brothgar abandoned it fairly quickly, realizing that it was no good for making videos. If you want to watch someone play with lights out, then Cryptic Fox is going to do a lights out video fairly shortly. So yeah, I suggest giving him a look-see. I'm still deciding what I'm going to play. I think it's probably going to be Volcania next, because that, I believe, is actually a difficult map. Oceania is simple. You just core it out, collect all the water up, and then you've got so much water it just removes any real challenge from the map, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next, Volcania, and I'm hopefully going to find a map that's got a lot of magma channels and really difficult. If you've seen my Badlands map tour, then you'll see what I'm going to do with that. I'm just going to go big style into geothermal. I mean, what else would you use on a map full of magma? Just makes sense, really. So yeah, this one, we've reached that stage now where very little happens quickly. So it's I mean, what we're doing is we're just farming materials and digging large sections out in preparation for other projects. So I will kind of cut forward big stretches now, because that's it's not very interesting for you to just sit and watch dupes core out areas of the base, really, in my opinion. Tell me if you think different, and I'll just leave it in there while I'm doing all my chores and things, and you can sit and watch them core it out. Anyway, so we'll cut forward a bit while I get this done. So they've finished coring this bit out. I'm going to expand on my steam turbines down here, and as you can see, I've added in a power control station. So now all my steam turbines will be running a little bit more powerfully, generating a bit more power for us. I just don't see any reason not to exploit this. That's the only way we're going to cool it down and start to take advantage of it. I'm also thinking I might like to put some geothermal down here. I think that would be quite fun if I can get the time to do it. I may go silent from time to time, as I've got quite a bad cough today, so I'm now stuck in isolation for at least the next 7 days as a single person. So yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. If it becomes too difficult to video, then obviously I will stop doing that. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so I've got these dupes just building this last steam turbine. I've expanded the cooling loop to take it into account. I'm going to just snip that, send that water back up to be cooled for cooling purposes. And I'm going to then just dig out a few sections of this to see how much I can expose to get the best power out of it. Obviously, I've got a vent there that I don't want to unblock, so I'll probably just tunnel in and then go up. So we'll set that to go forward. Right. Sorry, excuse me, clearing my throat. It's Try not to cough while I'm playing. Right. Yeah, not sure. I'd like to cool this steam down a little bit, so I'm going to come up with a plan for that. I think maybe might be able to take advantage of this water coming out of here. It's an insulated pipe at the moment. Trouble is, it's a good chance I'll just end up boiling that, won't I? Yeah, it's 125. I think that might be a bit optimistic. Might have to wait till we've got some decent level of supercoolant. Yeah, so what we got so far supercoolant wise? No, not enough. 604. Oh, hang on a minute. It's going into a tank, isn't it? Might be able to take advantage of that. We shall see. We shall see. We've certainly got plenty of oil and natural gas coming in now. I've not run a power cable yet. No, I haven't. So let's get that done first. And then let's dig out 2 tiles in the middle. Sorry about that. Just had to have a coughing fit. This one's too hot. Ah, that would probably be why. Okay, let's change those tiles out then. We'll get some mafic rock in there. Yeah, it's pulling in too much heat from above. That's 153, but that shouldn't radiate into the air. It's only the iron that will radiate into the air. It's quite annoying how this Engie's tune-up works. As you can see, it's been extremely effective at getting these steam turbines done. And the reason for that is you can set the priority on a steam turbine. So I've set those at priority 9 and they get in Engie's tune-up straight away. Up here, none of them, yeah, well, that one's tuned up, that one's tuned up, that one isn't, that one isn't. And you can't set the priorities on these generators. So of course there's no urgency, and so effectively they just end up getting done when a dupe feels like it. We got here. But irritable bowel and gastrophobia aren't a problem. Super productive, destructive strength. You know, I want a dog's body. So, oh, and I took on Max while we were off camera. He's nothing special. He's got machinery and athletics. That's it. But I think he's either super productive or a balloon artist. I'll check in a minute. I haven't done anything with him yet, so I'm just going to whack him in the standard improved carry and get them up to exosuit. Eloise is up to exosuit now, so that's good. I've rehashed a little bit of the ventilation around here. just to properly prioritize it. I'm going to drop this oxalite refinery down to 5,000 kilos now, because we don't need as much of it. There's 7,000 kilos in there. That's, you know, that's loads. We're only running these 2 rockets on it, and that will prioritize a bit more oxygen going up here. What's interesting about this is you actually need, in terms of a level on here, about double the oxygen that you need hydrogen, because hydrogen's at 1,000 kilos a tile and the oxygen's only at 500. So yeah, that's something to be aware of. I have made sure that as far as possible the pipes are getting pretty much full pipes going up to the liquid makers. I don't know, I wonder if they're not getting a full pipe of, yeah, they're not getting a full pipe. That's why it's not going as well as it should be. Right, okay, what I'm going to do then is send one. Why is this not doing anything? What? Oh, what a numpty. No, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, input, output. Why is that not doing anything? It's got power. That'll be up and, oh, Ashcan, really? Oh, I haven't got my dumbass door in on this, have I? No. Right, okay. Let's replace that tile before we get a meteor strike. I thought it was going to be in here that they were going to be confined because of digging through all this sand, but apparently not. Oh, that's good. So that's 6 kilowatts we're getting out of that now with the engines tune up. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's still a little bit overheaty, isn't it? I'm wondering. Oh, that doesn't need to be priority 11. Let's just change my... No, I'm just going to take some cough medicine, try and suppress this cough a little bit. It's quite bizarre how this works. That one only has 2 and it can run at full power and in fact overheat, whereas this one's got 2 and it's nowhere near. So we'll deconstruct that again and get that back up to full power. Got some oxalite there with a buried item in front. I don't think that oxalite is going to be giving off much oxygen for a while. I put some molten lead down here and some diamond temp shift plates just to try and bring the heat up. I made this run down here as much as possible. You've got crude oil there that's just on the verge of turning into petroleum, but it's just not quite hot enough. Oh, fossil. Right, so we will dig that layer out. Can't be leaving any fossil behind. Some slime lung in there. I'm going to make sure these deodorizers are all full of sand. Yeah, see, these ones are empty, although they're not really doing much at the moment. You could probably drop another layer in there. Right, quick helicopter view. See if I can see any. One of the things I've discovered is watching back my videos afterwards is I see a lot from when I'm zoomed out that I don't actually see when I'm playing. So I'm just going to give a quick overview. Yeah, stuff like overheating and things like that. So why have we got rocket thruster damage? Why is that not retracted? Probably because we've melted some. No. That should. Power wires. No. Unless it's power down here. No, that's all okay. Why didn't that retract then? It was red, it should have retracted. Unless it was already damaged and it just... Yeah, let's get this repaired and just see if it retracts. These rockets are on farm anyway, so they don't need a gantry at the moment. Food has decayed. Ooh. Yeah, we appear to have just lost about 1 million calories of barbecue. Unless I was... let me do that. Unless I was... unless I was... I'm thinking of my other map where I've got more calories. Why does that chlorine come out of there? Gas, sorry. That chlorine shouldn't have come out of there. This is what I say. What makes this game difficult is the ways it comes up with to mess with you. Like, for example, filling this with chlorine, which is heavier than air, and it's managed, or heavier than oxygen, it's managed to leak out. So nothing on the top layer is now refrigerated or sterile. So I'm just going to turn these off. I think I'm going to turn that pump off for a bit as well. Oh my word, we have a serious quantity. Oh, god damn it. I messed up. Right, let's above let's let them poke shells back out and let's get in there and build a block. That's a lot of angry poker shells. Right. Oh, I can't get down there to get those poke shells. Come on, wrangle up those poke shells. Ah, do you know what? I'm just going to go for an early assassination. It's easier. Right. Bring that back up. Right, that should gradually get them poker shells moved down there, which is good. Good to see it in action here. So how many have we got in there at the moment? 9, yes. That makes sense. Normally there's about 20 in there, so I've probably got the other 12 in there. 24 critters including eggs, which is 16, yeah. So they'll soon get dropped off down there. Oh, right, now one of the suggestions was to replace this conveyor loader with a filter. And yeah, I was a bit dumb not doing that, I think. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we will use shipping. See, what is the... Oh, I don't see that. Actually, there's no advantage in this case because they're only using 120 watts each anyway. It is worth bearing in mind, I guess, for because the filter uses 120 watts as well, so it's exactly the same. I guess if you want more than the items that you can actually change, there be a useful, you know, if your conveyors are in different places and you need to just sort of merge some in and then filter some out, that would obviously be useful. I guess in this case it's not quite as useful. What we're doing conveyor wise, we've got, yes, I haven't taken advantage of this for lime delivery yet. Well, that's not clever of me, is it? Right, let's do that now then. What ore have we got the most of? 31,000. Yeah, I guess it's gold amalgam then. Right, we will go across here. I think that scalding is data banks. Oh. Yeah, it's Harold. He's getting scalded by the data banks. It's really annoying, that is. So yeah, I've put some cooling, active cooling there. So we've got radiant copper pipes and we've got temp shift plates at the back to transfer the heat, but it doesn't really work that effectively. Yeah, so it doesn't really work that effectively. Now where was I? Conveyor rail, yes. Cancel. Cancel that and put in a conveyor bridge. And that could be made of gold amalgam as well. I like that chlorine's just moved back up again now. Probably got carbon dioxide down there because I've turned the pump off. There's a way you can reduce the impact of that by putting a block. Oh no, not ceramic. Way too expensive. Mafic will be fine. Yeah, this needs to be ceramic. This doesn't. So that will stop the low level carbon dioxide trickling down into there. So I'll just pump out what's in there for now. How many dupes have I got space for? 2 more. Oh, actually, before I do, I need to schedule Max and Barney onto a proper schedule. Barney and Max. Although I suppose really if I'm only taking on 2, they could have just gone on the default schedule. Right, let's see what we've got here. No narcoleptic, squeamish is okay, small bladder and pacifist. Sticker bomber, balloon artist. Now, I've already got 2 Ellies, so I'm not going to take another one. Do you know what? Might as well. So, Camille, you're on the last schedule, and you're a night owl, so that's good. Yeah, night owl's pretty good. Gives them a +6 to strength, agility, etc. for 3 work blocks. Skills. Yep, standard with that. Eloise was like Ellie. I took on to be a rocket pilot, so they're gonna get her up into there. But in the meantime, she can make herself useful. Oh, let me guess. Oh, for God's sake, really? This is really starting to get annoying now. This bunker door's just disappearing all the time. Apparently, someone's bug reported that if a meteor hits them at just the right point, they disappear. Well, I haven't actually worked out what. In this case, what's happened is a meteor's come through and it's hit the scanner. So at least we know what's caused that this time. The problem is when they disappear, you get no option to repair them. So you have to keep checking on them to see if they're there or not. And of course, once they get disappeared, then the meteors get through, and then it just all goes pear-shaped. So this is now 270 degrees here from being hit with the meteors. They won't survive a hit, but at least the scanner will be able to see past them. Let's dig out all these meteors. Right. So I best check on all this automation. Yeah, the automation's remained intact. Or has it? Could this be the issue? No, because that automation's going from there this time. So that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Power. Yeah, we have power. Yeah, it's Harold again. 155 shove bowls now. Let's hope they don't make a break for it. Alright, how bad is Harold? Light wounds, 68 of 100. Okay, let's get him on the triage cot now. Right, we've got 40 arbor acorns. We have pips running wild all over the base. I think it's time we got some trees, don't you? Just got to find somewhere that's temperate enough to... Yeah, I might have to do some active cooling. That's not too bad. That would make a nice little pip ranch in there, wouldn't it? Okay. Ooh. Lots of fossil there. And here. Ooh. Get that out. A little bit of oil there, but I'm sure that won't be much of a problem. If I took more care, I could probably just drop it in here, but, you know, I don't care. Just drop it down here and then I'll mop it up. Well, not me personally, but... Dupes! He says in a Brothgar style-y. Right, the middle one is not running any Atmo suits, is it? So no, don't go up there. That should be okay. Our infinite water storage is now pretty much empty, but we have obviously 20 tons here. And yeah, that'll get topped up as, I think, with duplicant P, isn't it? That one's taking in. Can't even remember now. Yeah, it takes the filtered overflow from the duplicant P. to get that chlorine back in there. So I'm thinking, oh, Harold again, no doubt. We'll just stick a gold amalgam pump down here. Just send it into that filter and just filter the chlorine back in. What? Oh. Oh, no. Right, I think we'll just cancel that research for a bit. He's already assigned because he's critical. I've got 157 shove voles and 73 eggs. I think maybe I ought to start moving some of those into a starvation room. So yeah, let's do it. These don't need to be steel, but with all that tempting regolith going through there, I'm making them out of steel. Just in case. Now, how to move them? Right, I think this is a perfect opportunity to use the solid filter. Of course, if I deconstruct those statues, it is anyway. No. I have to limit access this way, but I don't want them running all the way around the block to deliver the shove bolts, because chances are they'll drop one. So I'm going to put the doors here, block access both ways, so that they're always using the Atmosuit dock to go that way. And then I'm going to start shipping all the excess eggs into here, and just auto wrangle them straight up here, down there, and into there. Right, so let's get that filter on. I think I may have inadvertently allowed access across there. That's not good. Sorted. Because these are blocked, aren't they? No, they're not. I thought, well, hey, what? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, it's because, oh, Dumbo. Didn't even need to do that. Oh, well. Tis done now. Yeah, there's a few dying of starvation in there, which is good. Peter would have a field day with me, wouldn't they? Right, we've got that all established. So just for the end of the video, I'm just going to save this. So what I want to do is just give you a sneak preview of what I've got planned next. People seem to want me to try something hard or harder than this. So I believe, in my humble opinion, that Volcania is the hardest. So let me show you what I've got planned. I'm just going to load the map up, but it's a bit slow, so I'm just going to... Right, this one took an eternity to load, but this is the map I'm going to play next. Standard settings, usual mods plus one extra, which is temperature transfer plates, I think it's called, which will just simplify when we eventually get to space. That ain't going to be a worry for some time, and let me show you why. I have enabled access to the map overview. I'm not going to look at the map overview. I have already started on this map and it is a nightmare. Trust me on this one. You want to see something hard, this is going to be hard. What's going on here? Okay, now I just want to tell you why it's hard. Here's the magma biome, here's a frozen core, and this is the oil biome. It's tiny. It's below the magma biome with no access through. Okay, this is all at 1600 degrees. Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare. So once we're done with Oasisse, this will be the map I will be playing. This will give you the hard mode, can't play like you normally do, that some people seem to want. I'm not going to use lights out. This map will be very difficult. It's got a miscalculated pod location, so we're all off to the side. It will have plenty of resources, but that's not going to make any difference. Those resources are not going to get me through here. This should be probably the most difficult map I've ever played, as it really will slow me down. So yeah, you want to see me do something difficult? That'll be difficult. Forget Francis John and his Badlands hard mode. That was just a walk in the park compared to what this is going to be. You want to watch something played hard, you want to watch a difficult playthrough, this is going to be the one. So look out for that on my next video. So for now, Coach Life out. Hope you have a good day. I hope you don't end up like me, and stay safe out there. It's a rough old place at the moment.